This is, if I do any of them, this is the one I start all the time. It's this one's the easiest, but that boot thing just throws me for a little bit of a loop too. But yeah, you get down in that bottom of the boot, like you're in a fucking hole. Like I'm seeing it with my new computer. I'm seeing things a lot differently too. And it's like, yeah, and the rumble strips and stuff, like almost shakes the wheel out of my hand. I'm not used to it. Nah, I'm just gonna start park tonight. I don't want to screw anybody up.
Matt. Yes, sir. Got a link. Oh no.
Where you going, Eric? Man, that was ugly. That damn 00 in front of me driving me crazy up there, swinging from side to side, running me off the side. That was pretty ugly all the way back to you, wasn't it? Oh, look at that gravity pull me right on around. There is no such thing as gravity, first off. Einstein said. Nobody knows. The Earth's actually coming up. We're actually just floating along in space-time. No, that's what he says.
I don't care.
When you fall off a building, you're not, nothing's pulling you. You're just floating and the Earth is coming up to you.
Coming up to you wouldn't hurt as much.
That was his famous thought. He said, because you know, when you're sitting in a chair, you have an equal opposite thing pushing up on you that holds you. When you fall off a building, there's no, until you hit the ground, and that's the Earth pushing up. And he explained how that works, or supposedly how that works. It has to do with if you're in a rocket out in space and the rocket takes off and you're just floating, the rocket comes and hits you and drags you along with it. That's what we feel as gravity. There's really no gravity. It's actually the back of the spaceship that pushes him the way the ship's going. We think that's a pulling force. It's actually a reverse pushing force of some type. I don't know. Supposedly. When an apple falls, when an apple falls.
Earth is flat then too, right?
Yeah, you fall off the edge over there and go too far in water.
If you held a sheet, you put a bowling ball in the middle of it, how it curves, that's curved space-time. So when an apple falls off a tree, it's actually following that curve into the bowling ball. It's not, it's riding those curves, if you think of it as a big giant graph. That you've seen the photos of that before. That it's actually curving into the Earth, not falling. It's just...
You're way too smart for me, Eric.
It's not a real gravity pull. It's an actual just curve to the ground. It's kind of weird to think about, but I'm not sure how all that crap works. I just know I got to pay the rent next month.
Yeah, basically. Gotta buy groceries this weekend.
Right.
Take my nitrous acid.
Somebody carried too much speed into the bus stop. Now they're over there on the rail on the right. 00. 00.
I think next year's gonna be better when Cody doesn't race too.
Yeah.
Well, I get tired of seeing this.
There'll be somebody else. Greg.
Yeah, well, Greg makes mistakes. He doesn't win as much as Cody.
That's true.
Like, if you look at the times, you think Cody out there, the next 10 people are within a second of each other, right?
Right.
Like, they must get bored coming here every week, too. It's not a challenge.
It all depends on the personality. Some people love that. Some are embarrassed and wouldn't want to do it. Comes down to who you are again. You know what I mean?
Big fish with ones.
Well, I ain't never wanted to get it so good that happens. Because then the game, I won't enjoy it.
Yeah.
The improvement is what makes you coming back for more. Like golf. I played that for 20, 25 years. I never got any better. I'm worse now than I was.
That's like me at road course. Playing Watkins Glen for 20 years and still.
Right. Sometimes you just gotta admit you don't have the talent, right?
Yeah, this isn't one of them.
Or the feel. You could probably run the real thing better than you could this, to be honest with you. It's the inputs that don't. You have to learn the computer inputs, not the real life physics.
Yeah. I think one time in another league I got a fifth place finish or something.
The key is consistency doing this. You gotta hit your marks over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, and I can't, because I sit here even when I'm racing rules. My mind will wander.
Right.
What do I gotta do? Well, I'm not doing that. Yeah, me too. Or I see something out of the corner of my eye, go by the window or something.
Well, Leroy, I wrecked the same place you saw me wreck last time. I didn't learn my lesson.
If you're ahead of me during the race, you're allowed to do that too.
Got to brake earlier and slower. Yeah, I probably will.
You were
He's really improved. He has.
I got SVG in the truck.
Oh, you're channeling your inner SVG. That guy can do it.
I'm just on Discord. I got into one race.
You change your name. You actually go. You're using a synonym.
Yeah.
Or whatever the hell it is.
I think if there's a caution, I think Reddick
I think so.
put those new tires, I think Reddick would have got
And
it.
there should have been one from American green.
Yeah, I agree. They waited. It almost looked like they wanted him to win. So I know they don't.
Jones had a pretty good strategy, didn't he, Leroy? Didn't the caution kind of screw him?
No, he screwed himself. He hit the wall from the co-link.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But I thought he got shuffled. I thought he was up front.
Well, he was up front, and he flipped the stage, put him back. But then he hit the wall and went to co-link.
Okay. He was, yeah, he stayed out to get those points the second. But
Yeah.
then,
But then he screwed up.
I want to say he stayed out 2 laps too long. Maybe it was a week before. I forget. Yeah, he ran into the. But he was able to stay out there and get the points that stage. It was right near the end of the stage, I believe.
Right. Yeah, he stayed out until about the stage. Lost a couple of miles.
Was you listening to the radio? Did it actually affect his car? Obviously.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was
Okay.
just doing the in-car thing.
Did he apologize
That's
for his
gone
car?
away watching the race.
Did he say
Oh, yeah.
sorry?
Yeah, I got a race. He said that was on him.
Yeah, that was great. You can make your way there.
I think these online races were better too if we had caution points. Saves
Yeah.
them, I think, get up there 8 seconds ahead of everybody.
Right. They're trying hard to do away with them. I like them, but some people don't.
I think they'd be better. That's what's in part of it.
They need to at least keep them on super speedways and the road courses and bigger the ways. So that if you lost the draft, you can get back. All right, I'm going up. Here we go.
problem. Am I in the right channel here?
I can't hear him either. I see his light lit up.
Yeah, I can't hear anything he's saying.
Oh, it's because my mic was muted. How about that?
All right, there you go.
Welcome to the driver's meeting.
Well, you guys know the drill. No. All right. Well, I guess we'll start over. Welcome everybody to race number 18, I think. Race number 2 of playoff round number 1. Tonight's race is sponsored by Matt Semple. I feel like I'm having deja vu here doing this again. So thanks, Matt, for picking up tonight's race. The boot layout, something that we've never done before. Because we're on a road course tonight, it is a little bit of a different. We've got a couple of things that are a little bit different than what you're used to on a normal Tuesday night. So we'll try to cover as much of those as we possibly can over the next couple of minutes. Tonight's race is scheduled for 46 laps. There are no cautions, so there will not be any green-white checkers. Our stages do end at the conclusion of lap number 15 and at the conclusion of lap number 28. When our one of the things that we don't do on road courses is do stage yellow vote. It got voted down. So we will continue racing green the entire 46 laps. What's important to keep in mind is at the conclusion of lap number 15 and at 28, it is, as always, based on when the 10th place car takes the line across the start-finish line. That is when points are recorded. So if you're looking to pit and you completed your lap 15 and 10th place is a minute back, keep that in mind. Stage points are not recorded until the 10th place car takes the line at the conclusion of 15 and at the conclusion of 28. Because we have no stage yellows out here tonight, road course rules are in effect, and we will keep the pits open for the entirety of the race. Typically, they close with 2 laps to go in the stage. That is not the case out here tonight, so pits will remain open the entire time. Regarding the caution tracker out here tonight, there's no change, positive or negative, to anybody's caution tracker. However, asterisks. Keep in mind that you can still be protested. You can still have some sort of post-race penalty applied, some sort of what have you applied post-race if a penalty is opened against you. Surprisingly, whether you want to believe it or not, we have always had a pretty good track record when it comes to road courses, and road courses we've never really had that many protests. But no change to the caution trackers out here tonight. But keep in mind that your finishing position can change if you have a protest opened up against you. So don't go down there barrel assing down there because you think that there's no issues causing cautions out here tonight, because that still can be applied post race. Playoff criteria. Playoff criteria in order to advance on a win. Let's say that Cody wins tonight. Cody still has to participate in next week's race at Rockingham. Driver has to participate in all 3 races in the round without the use of provisionals to take advantage of that win and in program that we've got. If Cody does not show up next week, or if Corey does not show up next week, then the only way that they can go to the next round is by pointing. And they can still go into the next round, but it's by points and points alone. And finally, tiebreakers in the playoffs. It's always a point of contention. Tiebreakers in the playoffs are based on the best finish in this entire round. So Las Vegas last week, Watkins Glen this week, Rockingham next week. That is our tiebreaker criteria in the event that we have a cut for, I guess it's 8th place on the grid, 9th, 8th, 9th, whatever. that is those are the 3 races that we're looking at for the tiebreaker. Second place finishes, third place finishes, fourth place finishes, all the way until we find somebody who has more than aside from that, guys, there's no cautions out here tonight. Continue racing through the stages. You may still see the messages come up. I tried to code it that it lets us know when the 10th place car has taken that stage, so you know whether or not that works properly, because I'm going to be 3 minutes behind the field. Whether or not that works properly, I don't know, but keep that in mind. And then just first lap or 2 or 3, just be good to one another. Don't, no fast repairs out here tonight. It's easy to lose it through the S's and your night and multiple others. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns before we go to qualifying here? If for 10 minutes for qualifying.
Yeah, I want the 28 decked.
I want the gearing to be better.
Just drive slower. The gearing's fine if you drive slower. I'm going to turn off the auto clear. Anybody have anything else they want to bring up before?
Be careful passing me in certain spots.
Cool. Well, guys, thanks all for coming out. 6, 7 races into the season, or left to go in the season. Make sure we need the top 3. Stay in your car until Joe brings you up, does his interviews. Don't disconnect from the server. Stay in your cars, go to the hauler waiting room, and thank you again to Mr. Simple. All right. Also, thanks to Logan for splitting it with our resident Canadian, Logan. Matt, thanks for broadcasting the race.
I just realized my trading paint's not picking up any of the Toyota paint jobs.
All right. Good luck in qualifying.
That's
10
weird.
laps here, so we've got quite a bit of time. 10 minutes, 2 laps.
Wonder why that is.
That's just got to be weird. I don't think nothing could cause that. Maybe it's just you happen to see the ones. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
Good luck,
good luck, guys. I'm going to sit here and wait.
Track's cooled off. Somebody's going to get a 53.
That was probably going to be me, so I don't want to show off. So I'll wait. Maybe a 2 minute and 53 seconds.
held it somewhere. Where?
That's that, right?
Where the hell did I find that?
Track.
Still got it.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
The rest of them all stay in the back drive of the field. But Cody will.
Cody
Cody-
Hines and it's gonna knock you out.
Right. Right. Yeah. Man, I knocked 2.5 seconds. It must have been the cooler. Had to have been. Yeah. I don't know where I-
54.7. I was off by a couple tenths. Of course, that's his first lap. He might still get it. Yeah, he's running another lap.
Pulled me up there just in time for Heinzman to steal it. Okay, here we go.
Oh, Joe pulled you up.
Yeah. I went for 54.7. If I could just get a top 10, I'd be happy. Just beat Ed. All I want to do is beat Jurgen. That's all. I gotta save fuel. We gotta get
66.
13 here. I'm showing.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. If we want to do 3 pit stops, we've got to get to lap 13. Then we can do it on
12, 24, and 36 will get you there.
pretty close, but it's gonna be real close.
Well, I was off by a tenth. What did I say? He was going to get a 154.5 and a 154.6.
He bettered it the second time around.
It did.
All right, nice lap up there, 28 driver. Nice lap, Cody. Eric, good front row. Cody, you have choice of inside or outside, I guess left or right, for the one and only start out here tonight. Remember, iRacing takes the initial start and only start out here tonight. No cautions out here tonight, so you race through the stages and pits do remain open for the entire 46 laps, and good luck.
I bet Cody's like, oh God, Eric's beside me.
Maintain my current line.
Yeah, I'm right behind Gary Bowman.
Nice job, Cody. I knew you'd be there. Last night I finished 6th or 7th on Monday night, and the whole top 10 was playoff drivers except me, stuck there at 6th or 7th. I can't
What
remember.
track
I
was that?
That was, where did we run last night? We ran Richmond.
Oh, okay.
That's in Clean Racing League.
Yeah.
Crank finished 11th.
One to
11th,
go.
I think
Next
it
time
was.
by. Line up on the right
He was my teammate, so we were both the only two cars that weren't in the playoffs in the top 11. I
The
guess.
estimated SOF is 1,000.
That's not a bad league. It's not quite as detailed and as nice as this one, but
Let's go points racing.
it's top tier. I'll say that.
You've been there for a while. Haven't you?
Yeah, I'm pretty loyal. Once I get somewhere,
There are 5.
I try to hang in there if I can.
Be smooth and have a good run. Catch star 4, car. Catch star 3, car.
Hey, Andrew, what's
I kind of feel like Hocevar tonight. I think I'm gonna do a little dumping.
Yeah, he was.
I'll protest your ass too.
Yeah, it don't take you long, does it? You get right on up there and they ain't gonna do nothing.
Okay. Just make sure it's not just me.
They did on the
Thank you.
Thunderstruck last night. They replayed that, and everybody said
know, I
that looked
saw-
like.
I was
So,
watching.
oh, did you see that?
I
Came
saw
down
it.
on you more or less. The angle can
Because-
fool you. It really can.
Well, I mean, if you take your time and look at it from all angles, I mean, if you go in there and watch it at full speed, it looks like I just came up and wiped him out.
Yep.
But if you slow it down, look at different angles, at the least it should have been a racing incident.
See, all those guys are jealous of your speed, Leroy.
Yeah, right.
They want to keep you down,
No.
keep the man down.
I don't believe that. I don't know why they did that, but
I don't know who. Do you know who was in it? Who was making the calls?
no, I don't.
I don't either.
They never responded to my question.
Well, there's
So-
really no answer.
Well, they could have told me how they came to the conclusion, right? I mean, what made them think it was me?
Yeah. To me, it was a racing incident. Both of you was kind of coming together, and that's just part of it.
So I went from 14 to 32nd. I had just come off of a 1 and part, and now I'm back on it again. And it doesn't really matter in this case, but what if it was the last race of the regular season, and I'm
Catch
trying
star
to point
49,
my way?
car.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Right.
You know.
Maybe we need 5 in the review. I had an extra 2 thoughts to really expand it.
I don't know what.
Hell, if they had an admin group, they would get it wrong from time to time
It
too.
is what it is.
Yeah, you just have to. At least you're like a baseball player that goes and gets an ump's face every now and then.
Catch star 49,
Keep
car.
them honest.
Get kicked out of the game. I don't like doing them because I don't want to be responsible for my competitor's fate. You know what I mean?
Right.
He gets sent to the back or whatever.
I just
and
do
I
odd
make the
even.
wrong Call.
I always give it to the odd car gets the blame.
Oh,
So I do it.
then you would have blamed me anyway.
Make it simple, Leroy. Life's too short. Sweat the detail.
All right, I'm going to try to shut up now.
All right, me too. Have fun.
Yep.
Good luck, guys. I'm aiming to get 5
Get
laps
ready,
in there.
showing green.
All right.
Green, green, green. Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. right side. Clear on the right. You have about 5 laps of fuel left. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 6.3 seconds. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 4.4 seconds. Slow car ahead. There's an incident ahead.
Sorry, Gary.
Come on.
Trying to save a little.
Start
You have
looking for
about
your
1
sign.
lap of fuel left.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop on the sign.
We're done. Get going.
Sorry, Lee. I tried to back out.
Optional repairs are 12 seconds.